You can say, yes, it continues today. You may say so. But today, your opponents are not in government.
They're not.
We use the word casually, establishment. Why don't we use the word honestly, army? There does not apparently appear to be any interference. You may allege there is. But the overt kind of stuff, unless you point out, matters are coming, the elections are not being held. It was your own petition we argued, which we pressed it in 12 days. We got the date, you were happy, everybody was happy when. So access to courts is there. It's not that nobody allowed you to file. Making allegations on the media or outside unnecessarily undermines constitutional institution, which does not mean you should not make these allegations if they are true. Now, the very same election commission has issued you the notice to hold elections as far back when you were in government. Can you start from there? What was the malafide then? Please read that notice, the first one, because that, from a timeline point of view, that will be very important. Because if we have to gauge whether suddenly the euphemism that is used, establishment, is weighing heavy on the election commission and doing something, we will certainly hear this. But then, how did they know then? When the very same establishment, surely it was not your allegation then that they were siding with the Election Commission of Pakistan. So if you're going to make it dramatic and political, then give the whole context or keep it legal. So if you're going to use, I respect every constitutional body. You said malafide in fact and law. Did we appoint them? You all appoint these people. We don't appoint them. So when you just throw an allegation is not acceptable because you don't serve Pakistan then. We need these institutions. We can make them better. If they're not doing their job, force them to do the job. That's our job. But we cannot take on their responsibilities because you'll be the first to complain. We will not take on the responsibilities of Parliament, as I have repeatedly stated. You will be the first to complain. Who is he? I'm the parliamentarian. I'll make the law. I want to. We'll judge the law, whether it's constitutional or not, and that's it.
बिल्कुल सही।
दरअसल आप ये मैलिफिडे का जो आप एंगल अगर ले रहे हैं तो इसको सब्सटैंशिएट कीजिए।
मैं जिस तरह लूंगा,
changes the prism completely.
Right.
If they are malafide, then we look at them at very suspect eyes, or you take away this allegation. I'm not saying take it away. It's your call.
I'll be totally non-political in my arguments, Your Lordship. As always, there's no point in bringing, although it's relevant to a political party, this case, but I will keep it very legal. And on the malafide in fact and law, I will be more relying on procedural malafide than anything else. I will not go into...
Are you withdrawing the allegation of malafide in fact? Because it's very important. You have to answer this.
When I use the word malafide in fact, maybe I was wrong in saying... in terms of
you can withdraw it if you want to. I withdraw it if you don't want to.
I'm not even going there into that arena. I'm basically going to argue that there's a procedural clear cut on the record.
I'm noting that you are withdrawing you're not saying malafide.
I'm not saying malafide in fact.
Please proceed.
In that
you are always fair. Please proceed.
Now, Your Lordship, so I was starting by saying that symbol is a fundamental right of a political party under Article 17, Sub-Article 2. And I'm not saying that Your Lordship said back it up. I will back it up with a judgment which is known as the famous symbols case.
Benazir Bhutto case? Ji. I think both parties are relying on the same judgment.
They are not. They are relying on the other Benazir Bhutto judgment of 88. I am relying on the 89 judgment.
So, citation please.
It is PLD 89 Supreme Court.
1989 Supreme Court.
66.
It is 66.
12 judges sat on this case and it's basically all about symbol.
Relevant page?
I will just read that relevant page. But before that, Your Lordship, let us look at the effect of no symbol.
No, एक second. देखिए, maybe I at least the fundamental question is, if elections are proper, I for one don't think that you should be deprived of the symbol. So when you're citing Benazir Bhutto, was it a question of inter-party elections or no?
No. It was a question that a symbol was the symbol was being taken away.
You can't just deprive someone of their symbols. But here it is connected with the party elections.
My point
because certification, suppose there is a particular time within which you have to file a certificate. You don't comply with the time. I don't think it's such a relevant thing that a person should be deprived of their fundamental rights or even normal rights. So when we read this judgment, we'll have to consider the fact that it was not a question where the political party had not held elections. Yes, who can deny the importance of a symbol?
But my reason for reading this judgment will be separate, different. My reason for reading this judgment would be to show to this honorable court that a symbol is not just a right of a political party. Symbol is a right of the illiterate millions of people of Pakistan who rely on the symbol for the purposes of exercising their right of vote. They rely on a political party symbol for the purposes of...
Zafar, I think maybe it's too fine a point or what. I don't disagree with you at all. But
so I will...
No, but पूरी बात सुन लें. मगर मैं कुछ और कह रहा हूँ.
जी.
एक नाम होता है ना, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी